Welcome to our channel. Today, we're bringing you an exciting look at HD Old Coins 51, a collection of fascinating, historic coins that showcase incredible artistry and craftsmanship. Each coin has a unique story, connecting us to a bygone era and preserving the rich heritage of the past. Whether you're a passionate collector or just curious about these rare treasures, this video will take you on a journey through history. Let's explore the beauty, value, and significance of these remarkable coins. Top 1. In the vast and intricate world of numismatics, every coin has a story, a journey that spans decades, sometimes centuries, carrying with it the weight of history, the artistry of design, and the intrigue of collectors seeking rare treasures. Among these coins lies the 1993 UK 2 pence, a piece that might seem ordinary at first glance but holds within its copper-plated steel a tale of transition, economic shifts, and the ever-evolving landscape of British coinage. The year was 1993, a time when the United Kingdom was navigating its position in a changing global economy. The pound sterling remained a strong symbol of national identity, and every coin minted carried with it a representation of Britain's rich heritage. Among the denominations circulating in everyday transactions, the 2 pence coin stood as a staple of small change, a modest yet essential part of daily commerce. But beneath its seemingly unremarkable presence lay an interesting narrative, one that makes this particular year's mintage a subject of discussion among collectors. To understand the significance of the 1993 2 pence coin, one must first look at the broader history of the denomination itself. Introduced in 1971 as part of the decimalization of British currency, the 2 pence coin was designed to align with a new monetary system that sought to simplify transactions and bring the UK in line with global standards. Its introduction marked a departure from centuries of the traditional pounds, shillings, and pence system, an adjustment that was met with both enthusiasm and hesitation from the public. From its inception, the 2 pence coin bore the same design, a striking representation of the Prince of Wales's feathers, a motif deeply tied to British royalty. This emblem, consisting of 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet, was accompanied by the German motto, Ich diene, meaning I serve. The design was a nod to the history of the Prince of Wales title, a tradition that dates back centuries, making the coin not just a means of exchange but a miniature artifact of British heraldry. For over 2 decades, the composition of the 2 pence remained largely the same. Struck in bronze, a blend of copper, tin, and zinc that gave it a distinct reddish-brown appearance. However, by the early 1990s, economic considerations led to a fundamental change in how these coins were produced. Rising metal costs and the increasing demand for more cost-effective minting processes prompted the Royal Mint to make a significant shift in the composition of lower-denomination coins. It was in 1992 that this transformation took place. The traditional bronze alloy was replaced with copper-plated steel, a move that drastically altered not only the material but also the magnetic properties of the coin. While the outward appearance remained largely unchanged, this shift marked a turning point in the production of UK coinage. The 1993 2 pence, therefore, became one of the first full-year issues to be struck entirely in this new composition, making it a landmark in the evolution of British small change. Holding a 1993 2 pence in one's hand, it may appear identical to its predecessors, lightly worn from circulation, the copper plating giving off a familiar reddish hue. Yet, the magnet test reveals its true nature. Unlike its pre-1992 counterparts, which are non-magnetic, the 1993 issue, along with all subsequent versions, is instantly attracted to a magnet, a simple but effective way to distinguish between the old and the new. While the change in composition may seem like a minor technical detail, it had implications for collectors and numismatists alike. The transition from bronze to copper-plated steel meant that older 2 pence coins, particularly those from before 1992, became slightly more desirable due to their traditional composition. At the same time, it opened the door to new varieties, errors, and rarities that have since piqued the interest of those who study British coinage. One of the most sought-after varieties in the realm of 2 pence coins is the 1983 new pence error, where the reverse inscription mistakenly retained the original new pence wording instead of the correct 2 pence. While the 1993 issue does not share such a dramatic error, It remains significant for its role in the transition to copper-plated steel, making it a key piece in understanding the broader changes in UK coin production. Mintage figures for the 1993 2 pence were substantial, as expected for a coin intended for everyday use. Millions were struck to meet the needs of commerce, ensuring its widespread presence in pockets, cash registers, and purses across the country. Unlike certain commemorative issues or low-mintage releases, the 1993 edition was not inherently rare upon its introduction. However, as time has passed and circulation wear has taken its toll, finding well-preserved examples has become more of a challenge. For collectors, condition is paramount. While most 1993 2 pence coins show the signs of heavy use, scratches, discoloration, and loss of luster, examples in uncirculated condition or those found in mint sets retain their original brilliance. These pristine versions are the ones that attract the most attention in the numismatic market, fetching higher prices than their worn counterparts. Another factor that influences the value of any coin is demand. While the 1993 2 pence is not considered exceedingly rare, it holds appeal among those who collect by date, composition, or those seeking to complete full decimal sets. As with any numismatic item, certain anomalies, such as off-center strikes, misaligned dies, or planchet errors, can significantly enhance its desirability and market worth. Beyond its collector appeal, the 1993 2 pence serves as a reflection of a changing era in British currency. It stands as a testament to the constant balancing act between tradition and practicality, a reminder that even the smallest denominations play a role in the grander scheme of economic history. Every coin, no matter how common or overlooked, carries a piece of the past, a tangible link to the moment it was minted, the hands that have held it, and the transactions it has witnessed. As time marches forward, coins like the 1993 2 pence continue their silent journey through circulation, some destined to be lost, others to be tucked away in collections, and a few to be rediscovered decades later as relics of a bygone monetary landscape. Whether one views it as a simple piece of change or a numismatic artifact, its story remains etched in metal, waiting for those who appreciate the art, history, and legacy of coinage to uncover its significance. In the end, the 1993 UK 2 pence may not be the rarest or most valuable coin in British history, but it stands as an important milestone in the evolution of decimal currency. It is a piece that tells the story of economic decisions, material changes, and the enduring presence of British coinage in daily life. For those who take the time to explore its background, it becomes more than just a coin. It becomes a symbol of history in the palm of one's hand. Top 2. In the vast and intricate world of numismatics, every coin tells a story. Some are tales of royal transitions, others of economic shifts, and many are simply records of the everyday commerce that keeps society moving. The 1994 UK 2 pence coin may seem like just another piece of small change, but beneath its copper-plated surface lies a story of material transformation, meticulous craftsmanship, and an enduring connection to British heritage. To understand the significance of the 1994 2 pence coin, we must journey back to the origins of the denomination itself. The introduction of decimalization in 1971 was a defining moment in British currency history, streamlining a monetary system that had evolved over centuries. With this change, the 2 pence coin was born, featuring a design that would become a staple of UK coinage for decades to come. The reverse of the coin bore the iconic Prince of Wales's feathers, a heraldic emblem that symbolized the heir to the British throne. With 3 ostrich feathers emerging from a coronet and the German motto, Ich diene, meaning I serve, the design paid homage to a lineage that traced back to the 14th century. For over 2 decades, the 2 pence coin maintained its original composition, a blend of copper, tin, and zinc that gave it a distinct reddish-brown hue. However, as the early 1990s unfolded, the rising cost of metal production forced a significant change. Beginning in 1992, the Royal Mint transitioned from the traditional bronze alloy to copper-plated steel, a move that would forever alter the characteristics of the coin. The 1994 issue was among the early years to be fully struck in this new composition, making it a key piece in the ongoing evolution of British small change. While the design of the 1994 2 pence remained consistent with its predecessors, its physical properties set it apart. Unlike the non-magnetic bronze coins of earlier years, the copper-plated steel versions introduced a new trait. They were now attracted to magnets. This small but notable difference provided collectors with a simple way to distinguish pre- and post-1992 issues, adding an extra layer of intrigue to the numismatic study of the denomination. Despite this change in material, the overall look and feel of the 2-pence coin remained familiar to the British public. Measuring 25.9 millimeters in diameter and weighing 7.12 grams, it fits seamlessly into the existing currency system. The obverse featured the right-facing effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, a portrait designed by Raphael Maklauf that had been in use since 1985. This depiction of the Queen, adorned with the royal diadem, captured her dignified presence and was a constant across all circulating denominations of the time. As with any coinage transition, the shift to copper-plated steel raised questions about durability and long-term wear. Over time, it became evident that while the plating provided a visually similar appearance to bronze, the steel core made the coins more susceptible to rust and corrosion when exposed to moisture. This factor, though not immediately apparent in freshly minted examples, contributed to the gradual degradation of many 2-pence coins in circulation. When examining the mintage figures for the 1994 2-pence, we find that the Royal Mint produced millions of these coins to meet the demands of everyday transactions. Unlike rare commemorative issues or low-mintage releases, the 2-pence was intended for widespread use, ensuring that it would be a common sight in wallets, cash registers, and coin jars across the country. While this widespread circulation meant that most examples show signs of wear, it also led to a scarcity of pristine, uncirculated pieces, making mint-condition specimens particularly desirable among collectors. For those interested in numismatics, condition plays a crucial role in determining a coin's value. The vast majority of 1994 2-pence coins bear the marks of their extensive use, scratches, fading, and loss of original luster. However, examples that have been preserved in uncirculated condition, whether as part of official mint sets or through careful handling, remain highly sought after. Coins graded as brilliant uncirculated or proof versions fetch the highest premiums, as they showcase the original detail and sheen intended by the Royal Mint. Beyond standard circulation coins, collectors are always on the lookout for anomalies, varieties, minting errors, and unique characteristics that set certain pieces apart. While the 1994 issue does not boast a widely recognized error like the famous 1983 New Pence mistake, minor minting inconsistencies such as die cracks, off-center strikes, or double strikes can enhance the appeal of individual specimens. These errors, though rare, capture the imperfections of the minting process and add a layer of rarity to an otherwise common coin. The value of a 1994 2-pence coin depends on several factors, including its condition, demand, and whether it possesses any notable errors. In circulated condition, most examples hold only face value, as they are still legal tender and widely available. However, uncirculated specimens, particularly those from mint sets, can command a higher price among collectors. While not among the most valuable UK coins, the 1994 2-pence holds a steady place in the numismatic world, particularly for those assembling complete date sets or studying the transition from bronze to copper-plated steel. Beyond its collector appeal, the 1994 2-pence serves as a symbol of an era in British currency history, a time of economic adjustments, material innovations, and the ongoing story of the pound sterling. Each coin, no matter how ordinary it may seem, carries a piece of history within it, a silent witness to the countless hands it has passed through, the purchases it has facilitated, and the moments it has been a part of. As time moves forward, coins like the 1994 2-pence continue their journey, some destined to remain in circulation for years to come, others to be tucked away in collections, and a few to be rediscovered decades later as relics of a changing monetary landscape. Whether viewed as a simple piece of currency or a numismatic artifact, its significance remains intact, a small yet enduring chapter in the vast and ever-evolving story of British coinage. For those who appreciate the art, history, and legacy of coins, the 1994 UK 2-pence is more than just a denomination. It is a testament to the meticulous craftsmanship of the Royal Mint, the decisions that shape national currency, and the collectors who keep these stories alive. In a world where digital transactions dominate, these physical pieces of metal continue to hold their own, preserving the tangible connection to Britain's rich numismatic heritage. Top 3. The world of coinage is filled with fascinating stories, from changes in metal composition to the artistic evolution of designs. While some coins are celebrated for their rarity or commemorative significance, others quietly serve their purpose in everyday transactions, slowly becoming part of a nation's economic history. The 2004 UK 2 pence coin may seem like an ordinary piece of change, yet it holds its own place in the broader narrative of British numismatics. As part of the long-running decimal coinage system, this coin carries both a historical legacy and a reflection of the evolving needs of the economy. To truly appreciate the 2004 UK 2 pence coin, one must first understand the background of its denomination. The 2 pence coin was introduced in 1971 as part of the decimalization process, which marked a significant shift in British currency. Before this transformation, the UK operated on an old monetary system that was complex and not easily convertible for modern trade. With decimalization, the pound was divided into 100 new pence, making transactions simpler and more efficient. The 2 pence coin was among the denominations introduced to the public, designed to facilitate smooth commerce in a newly structured financial landscape. From the very beginning, the design of the 2 pence coin carried historical significance. The reverse featured the emblem of the Prince of Wales, consisting of 3 ostrich feathers encased within a coronet. Beneath the feathers, the German motto, Ich diene, was inscribed, meaning, I serve. This emblem had long been associated with the heir to the British throne, symbolizing duty and service to the crown. The design itself remained unchanged for decades, becoming a familiar sight in British pockets, tills, and bank transactions. The obverse of the 2004 UK 2 pence coin bore the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, as designed by Ian Rank Broadley. Introduced in 1998, this portrait replaced the Raphael Maklaff depiction that had been in use since 1985. The Rank Broadley design was notable for its realistic and mature representation of the Queen, showing her with the royal diadem. This version of her effigy was intended to capture a sense of regal dignity while remaining a faithful portrayal of her later years. Surrounding the portrait was the inscription Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD, signifying her status as Queen by the grace of God and Defender of the Faith. By 2004, the 2 pence coin had undergone a crucial material transformation that set it apart from its earliest counterparts. Initially struck in bronze from 1971 to 1992, the coin's composition was changed to copper-plated steel due to rising metal costs. The bronze alloy, composed of copper, tin, and zinc, had become expensive to produce in large quantities. To address this issue, the Royal Mint switched to a steel core coated with a thin layer of copper, maintaining the coin's familiar reddish-brown appearance while making production more cost-effective. One of the most interesting characteristics of the 2004 UK 2 pence coin, as a copper-plated steel issue, was its magnetic property. Unlike its pre-1992 bronze predecessors, the newer version of the coin was attracted to magnets due to its steel core. This provided an easy method for distinguishing older 2 pence coins from those struck in later years, giving collectors an additional way to identify different issues within the series. The Royal Mint produced millions of 2 pence coins in 2004, ensuring that they remained widely available for daily transactions. As a result, the coin was never considered rare or scarce in standard circulation. However, the quality of individual coins varied depending on their handling and use. Those that remained in circulation for long periods often developed scratches, discoloration, and signs of wear. In contrast, examples that were kept in uncirculated condition, especially those preserved in Royal Mint sets, retained their original shine and finer details, making them more desirable for collectors. The value of a 2004 UK 2 pence coin largely depends on its condition. In circulated form, it typically holds only face value due to its common nature. However, uncirculated specimens, especially those graded as brilliant uncirculated or included in official mint sets, can command higher prices among numismatists. Coins with errors, such as misstrikes, die cracks, or variations in plating, are particularly sought after by collectors, as these anomalies add a layer of rarity and intrigue to an otherwise standard issue. One of the most well-known errors associated with UK 2 pence coins is the 1983 new pence mistake, in which a small number of coins were mistakenly struck with an outdated inscription. While no major known errors have been widely reported for the 2004 issue, collectors are always on the lookout for potential minting irregularities that could increase a coin's value. Despite being a common piece of currency, the 2004 UK 2 pence coin serves as a reminder of the continuous evolution of British coinage. It represents not only the technical advancements of the Royal Mint, but also the small yet significant changes in materials, design, and production that shape the everyday money people use. Coins like these often go unnoticed in daily transactions, yet they hold the stories of countless exchanges, purchases, and moments in time. For numismatists and casual collectors alike, the appeal of the 2004 2 pence coin lies in its connection to a broader historical and economic context. It may not be an exceptionally rare or high-value piece, but it remains an integral part of the UK's decimal coinage system, linking the past with the present. As technology continues to push society toward digital transactions, physical coins like these become ever more important as tangible artifacts of an era when cash ruled commerce. Looking ahead, the role of small denomination coins is increasingly being questioned in many parts of the world. With the rise of contactless payments and the decline of cash transactions, there is growing speculation about whether low-value coins like the 2 pence will continue to be minted in the long term. While the UK government has not yet phased out the denomination, discussions around cost-effectiveness and public demand could shape the future of small change in the coming years. For now, the 2004 UK 2 pence coin remains a staple of everyday currency, quietly passing from hand to hand in transactions big and small. Whether kept as part of a collection, stored away in a piggy bank, or simply spent without a second thought, it carries with it a legacy of British history, craftsmanship, and monetary evolution. While some coins gain fame through their rarity or commemorative significance, others leave their mark simply by existing, faithfully serving their role in a nation's economy, one transaction at a time.